One of the reasons why we wanted you to see that clip was because in science, sometimes people, they hold on to a belief even when new evidence is presented. It's called having dogma or being dogmatic, right? I lived in California for 14 years, and there used to be a saying in California is, don't let my karma run over your dogma. So it's not good to hold on to a belief so strongly in science where you're not open to seeing new information. There's always new things that are being learned, and we should be open to exploring these things, even if it flies in the face of what's long been established as scientific fact. That's the way we're going to explore and learn new things and expand. So let's take a look at this now. Previously, people might have thought, well, okay, light therapy is all about stimulating the body with light with some type of device. In our cases, it's with patches. But this idea that you could actually release light inside of the body and embed water, which goes everywhere, with light. This is an entirely new concept. And undoubtedly, there's going to be some skeptics that will say, no, that can't be possible, but we've actually proven that this is what's going on here. So we have a total of 7 human clinical studies now, and we've completed 4. The 5th one will be completed, I hope, this month, and then we have another 2 that are in process. So we took the initial study that we did and learned an enormous amount of information from it. And then from there, we began to modify the study to see what else that we could learn. So in the first study that we did with this light water, do you guys like the name light water better than lobster water? Okay, all right. So the first study, what we wanted to do was cast a huge net. And we essentially wanted to find out, well, what's going on in the blood, in the urine, what's going on in the bioelectrical system in the body. Normally, when you do studies, you cast this big net the first time, and then there's little pieces of gems that come out. You don't expect that everything is going to work correctly. You're going to expect to learn 1 or 2 pieces of information and then refine the study and kind of go from there. In this case, that's not what happened. We did a blood study in this first study with dark field and bright field microscopy. That showed changes immediately after consuming this water. We did a urine test, and the urine test was to look at changes in the metabolism. I'm going to show you some of that data today. And the metabolism data was simply to look at what rate are amino acids being metabolized and used in the body. If we want to have a technology that's going to upregulate mitochondrial function, alter gene expression, it's going to increase the rate at which we heal, we would expect to find that in metabolic data, in urine testing. So we did that, and we did find that. We had people connected to a physio suite. We looked at their heart rate, the heart rate variability. We looked at EEG. We saw changes there. We had people sitting in front of an infrared camera. And we had people drink this water. Now, what we were looking for was to see if people were in pain, and you can see the inflammation on the infrared, if drinking the water would get rid of their pain. What we didn't expect to find is that when people drank the water, we would see light coming out of their throat. And this showed up in some people on the infrared. Now, when we have a new product, of course, we want to see how long is it going to take for people to respond to the product. So most of you are probably pretty happy that people respond to X39 in the first 24 hours, right? Yes, or I thought you'd be happy about that. Okay. In this study, and bear in mind, X39 is our flagship product. So the idea here is that we can have a technology not only to stimulate the skin with light, but now to take light in the body, and the two are working in harmony. So could we see that people's results with X39 would even be faster than 24 hours? Well, we had one person in the study. We had in these 4 studies about 80 people. We had 80 people. One person out of the 80, after drinking the water, responded within only 2 minutes. Yeah, it's one person. I know. 79 out of the 80, we saw changes in the heart rate variability and the EEG in 15 seconds. So we were very excited about that.